No, first of all, about
Okay, I
where
worked
you
for
start.
PG&E in 1944 in the electric department, and just like any craftsman, you have to start at the bottom and you have to go clear to the top. In our line of work, there's a crowman. He's the man that takes care of all the supplies that are on the ground to set him up the telephone, the pole. Got it? Now you become apprentice, and you have to be apprentice for almost 4 years. In the last year of your apprenticeship there, you become hot. And I mean by that, therefore, you go up there and you work with a lineman on high voltage wires. Got it? And then you become lineman, and that's the top. See?
The most dangerous job.
No, that's just the top of your profession. But then you can branch out and start to branch out. You can become a troubleshooter, and I wish I was. A troubleshooter is a man that works by himself. He has everything on his truck, and he handles all emergency calls. Wires down, car hitting the pole, house complaints, no electricity to the house, that kind of stuff. Well, I was in that for about almost 15 years. You can become a sub foreman. You have a crew of men, and you help set poles, hang transformers, and string wire. See, my father died in 72, 1972, and left the old house. My mother had died in 1969, and left the old house up here.
Why did he live here?
Huh?
Why did he choose Bethel Island?
He bought this house in 1956 because they used to come up here and fish during the winter, and they would rent a little cottage for a couple of weeks vacation. And he found this place was for sale, and I urged him to go buy it, you see, because we never had a home, using that word home. We always had apartments or flats or something like that. At that time, it was $7,000 for this whole lot, with a house on it, furnished. And he finally bought it. He finally consented. And then he retired from the city because he worked in the recreation department. He retired, and they came up here to live. See? And then when he passed on, he left the place to us. Okay, now we were then living in Millbrae. See? When we thought it over, and we figured, well, we could probably do okay by retiring early. The only thing is, at that time, when you retired early from PG&E, you take a reduction in retirement from 65 to the age you retire. I had 33 years service, and I was 58 years old. So I got a small retirement. Had we known, and nobody else knew, in 2 years afterwards, they changed the contract where if you had 35 years service and you were 55, you would get full retirement pay. Well, that's how it goes. So we moved up here. And I retired in 1976. And I put the papers in, and I went out in April of 1977. See? And Della quit her job down there, and she came up here in 1976 in the about November. And then we used to commute. See? Okay, so fine. I got a job. I laid around, helped the house, try to straighten up this house, what little settlement we had from Dad's retirement, and all that. And it was just throwing money to the wind, but we didn't realize that. And then finally, I got a job down in Crockett, where you saw me, as a harbor master, and I got a little tired of that. A friend of mine had passed on in the San Francisco Municipal Railway. All us PG&E fellows that we like to go to work for the city. You have to take an examination. Unfortunately, I took the exam 5 times, but I always lived out of the city. So I couldn't go to work for the city, even though I was on the list. I couldn't get to work for the city. So when I called to inquire about my friend that had passed, the superintendent was my buddy that we used to shoot trouble together with. He told me to come to work. Well, I says, I've been on the list, and I said, oh, that's all right. We need men. Come on down. What are you doing? I says, nothing. So, okay, fine. So I came to work in November of 1981. What I do, I repair trolley wires. I work off a platform truck that goes up like
the wires
this.
that break.
Yeah, malfunction, using that word. You have switches, you have curves, you have buses are two poles. You understand?
Yes,
Okay, fine. Positive and negative.
Right.
And you go through crossings. You have switches that go that way, go that way. You have curved segments, so they get worn. Or you get a lot of these kooks that drive buses. You know what a kook is, don't you? Yeah, I know you know what a kook is. That drive buses, and they go too fast through intersections, and the poles come off, the trolley poles, see? And then they tear things down the way you are. And wear and tear. So that's what I do. Today, last couple of years, we have a underground system. All your electricity for feeding the trolley wires comes from substations. And there is, there's about 10, just about 10 in San Francisco that are municipally owned. Well, the supply comes from underground. And then they go out to the street, and they go up poles, and then they feed the trolley wires. We have almost about 1,500 manholes in San Francisco that are owned by HHG Water and Power. That's the company. That's us. See.
Did they just celebrate their anniversary or something last week? Or was that the trolley car?
Trolley.
Okay.
The trolley was 75 years old last week when Municipal Railway bought the old Market Street Railway out. It was 75 years ago. See? So I maintain all underground cables today. I have a pump on my truck. I have a helper, and the water in, which always gets in there, I have to pump it out and check the cables and so forth and like that, because there's a lot and lots of old cable throughout the city.
Yeah.
That's what I do.
Something would make them embarrassed.
Oh.
Or whatever you choose.
Well, let's see. I can tell you, living on Andover Street, see, was the first house we ever bought, Pat and I.
Yeah.
That's just before we got that, just before I joined BGD, yeah. The kids were little, real little. And we had a washing machine in the back porch, see? And the washing machine had a wringer. And when you take the clothes out of the machine, you have to push them through the wringer, to get the water out. And doing so, Patty got her hand caught in the wringer. It didn't hurt. It didn't hurt at all because it pops open.
Yeah.
Or something like that. So Lillian, rightly, wanted to show her girlfriend, and she was about, I think, 7 or 8, something like that, how Patty got her arm caught in the wringer. So she pushed her arm in the wringer. And if today, you'll notice today, on back in Lily's arm, it's got creases in it. Because it went clear up to here.
Was it an electric wringer?
Yeah.
Oh, not a hand operated.
No, electric.
Oh.
No, electric. See, it went clear up to here. See.
But it scared her to death.
Yeah. And that's one nice, sweet incident, and one involving your mother and the other children was the fact that I built a cabinet that fits right in the wall, in the corner part of a wall like this. They call them China cabinets. Of course, they're like this, and they go right across.
Good use of space.
Right, see. And you have a down the bottom, you have two doors that open, and on the top, you generally have 2 glass doors.
Right.
You see, and we used to keep some nice glassware up there. And apparently, the 3 children were going to play around there. I don't know where we were, but we weren't there. See, and one of them opened the door and was playing on the door. So what happened was the china cabinet fell over, and all our good glassware went on the floor and broke.
Oh no.
See, when they opened the door and when it fell over, it stopped because the door was open and the door hit the floor, and then it stopped it from going all the way down like that.
But
see?
the glassware kept going?
But the glassware kept going. That's one of the nicest there.
You remember which one of the kids it was?
It was both Patty and Lily, and they both played each other. We came back and we found out what happened, and I got so mad that I couldn't hit him or spank him, because if I knew, I would kill him.
Yeah.
Kill him was the word. Another time, we used to love to go to Russian River a lot.
Yeah.
And,
Lily was telling me that the other day.
Yeah, we
too.
go to Russian River a lot with all the three of us up there. And I was always a person that when you get served food, you eat it. You don't throw food away, because you don't mean that way. So we cooked eggs up there, and they were scrambled eggs, and it was very hard, and they didn't like it. So my children, without me knowing about it, scraped the plate and threw them in the river. That was my children. That's about all that I can remember at close hand about the three of them.
They had to find ways to get around you. Huh?
Yeah, they were very good there on that. Lily used to defy me. She was the only one that defied me.
Yeah.
She would say, "Go ahead, hit me. Go ahead." See?
Well, she said one time, or maybe often, when you'd spank her, she'd just turn around and she'd say, "That didn't hurt."
Right. And I would get mad. See? Yeah, I get mad. Yeah. That's it, yeah.
She was pretty tough, huh?
Oh yes.
And she's still pretty tough.
Oh, right on. Yeah.
Well, she was telling me the other day, though, she said, "I just love that man so much. She really cares a lot about you."
He is my favorite. That's the truth. So he is really my favorite now because, well, she's here. She's up there in Santa Rosa. Patty's back there. Patty was always the quiet one, like that. Joy was on the other side of the way. Of course, her mother and her aunt and her grandmother used to baby the hell out of her, see. And,
Her aunt meaning Marge?
Yeah. The only one she had. That was your grandmother, your grandmother's sister.
Yeah.
Yeah, Aunt Margie. Yeah.
Well, now, you saw Patty a month ago or so, but when's the last time you saw her before that? Has it been a while?
Yeah.
Yeah, you look really good in that picture there.
Oh, good grief. When was the last time we were back there? Do you remember?
Oh,
5 years?
probably.
Yeah.
About that.
Yeah.
Oops.
Oh, you want to take mine?
Sorry, well, you look so nice, so might as well.
Certainly.
I'll break the
That's the
camera.
queen.
It's Happy New Year Day today.
Tomorrow, here's her birthday.
Oh, really? The 2nd?
Tomorrow's
Yep.
her birthday.
Wow.
Almost made New Year's Day. Almost.
It'll be 50 years old, huh?
Oh, sure.
Oh, sure, she'll be 50 years old, and some.
That's what my brother said.
What's
Oh,
your
I could
doggy's name? Sorry.
Beamer.
Beamer.
Named
This is
after
the one who's
bottles.
spoiled. Oh!
Come on, you damn dog.
Let me get a record here of your collection.
Oh, Why don't you go see what Mom's doing? Why don't you go take care and see what Mom's doing, huh? Why don't you go up and see what Mom's doing, huh?
And later. It doesn't use up like film does.
Dog.
You don't want to sit on a TV tray.
Yeah. All right, fine. Good idea.
This is the view from Art's backyard. fresh water. There's the bridge. And there's his house. And there he is, and there I am.